Welcome to Yoga, You and Judy. I am Judy, and today we're going to have a very short wake-up sequence to get us going in the morning. No props needed, not much time needed, and with that said, let's get our day started. Starting in a wide straddle today, with our toes pointing outward, and you want your feet to be further than hip width distance apart, and we're going to wake up our legs and our shoulders. So keep your left hand on your left hip and then bend into your left leg as you circle the right arm up and back. And again, we're going to repeat this a few times. Bend into the left leg, circle the right arm up and back. And twice more on this side. And turning to the other side, right hand on the right hip, left arm circling up as you bend the right knee and back. 3 more. And the last one. And then we're going to interlace our fingers behind our back. Arch your back, look up, and push your chest forward. And on an exhale, fold forward, bringing your arms overhead with you, stretching out the backs of our legs and the shoulders. And then bringing your hands down and very slowly rolling your body back up into a standing position. And we bring both our arms up. Right hand grabs the left wrist and we're pulling over towards the right, giving the left side of the body a nice stretch. Back to center, left hand grabs right wrist and stretching over to the left. And back to center, this time bringing our legs a bit further together, about hip width distance apart. And then on an inhale, we bring our arms back diagonally, opening the chest, arching the back, looking up. And on an exhale, slightly bend your knees, round your back, bring your arms forward. Inhale back, exhale forward, round your back. Inhale, arms back. Exhale, round your back. And once more, inhale, open up. And exhale, round your back. And coming back to stillness. And then we're going to keep our hips facing forward. And we're just going to move our arms around our body in circles. And this is a really nice warm-up for your spine and also for your shoulders, waking it all up this morning. And then the right hand stays on the left hip bone. The left hand reaches to the outside of the right hip bone. Breathe in as you lengthen your body and exhale as you twist, but you keep your hips facing forward. And then release, keep circling your arms around your body, hip bones facing forward. And then the left hand holds on to the right hip, right hand to the outside of the left hip. Breathe in and lengthen your spine. Breathe out and twist, keeping your hip bones facing forward. And back to center, release. And then with an inhale, we bring our arms up overhead, hinge forward from our hip, and then slightly bend your knees and just let your lower body rest on your thighs. Maybe grab opposite elbows with opposite hands and just allow your body to dangle here a bit, feeling that nice stretch in the lower part of your spine. And then very slowly roll yourself back up to standing, with your head being the last thing to come up. And then we're going to challenge our balance a bit this morning. So put all your weight in your left leg. And then we're going to do circles of 8 with our right leg. And we'll do about 4 or 5 in each direction. So once you've done one direction, switch directions, and just try and find your stability. And it does take quite a bit of core strength to keep balanced in this position. And then right foot goes down, firmly grounded, and we start drawing circles of 8 with our left foot. And then let's change direction. Quite a bit of core engagement that's needed here to be stable. So that's a very good warm up for our core this morning as well. And release your foot down. And then stepping to the front of our mat, we're going to breathe our arms up, hinge forward from our hips, inhale into a halfway lift, and then plant your hands, step the right foot back, left foot back, coming into a plank position. Your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, and you've got one straight line from the top of your head to your heels, and just hold it there for a moment, waking up that core of our body. And then very slowly, we are lowering ourselves to the floor, bringing our forearms to the floor with our shoulders right above our elbows, coming into a Sphinx pose. And just take an in-breath here, and then on an exhale, turn your head to look over the right shoulder. Inhale back forward, exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back forward, and then coming all the way down. Bringing your arms out in a T shape. I won't lower my head all the way down, otherwise you won't be able to hear me. And then we're rolling over to the right with the left leg pulling behind the right leg, and just feeling a nice stretch on the front of our right shoulder. And then rolling back to center, turning to the left with the right leg coming behind the left leg, stretching out the front of our left shoulder this time, and back to center. Pushing ourselves back up, and then the hands wander forward into the corners of your mat, and you keep your hip over your knees as you sink down into a puppy pose, stretching out the shoulders. And think about lowering your chest or your armpits down to the floor. And then bringing your hands back, hopping onto your toes, and then we're going to slowly roll ourselves up. And then once again, coming up on our toes, slowly lowering ourselves down, hands to the floor, stretch your knees and slowly roll yourself up. And once more onto your toes, lowering down, and this time we come all the way down into a seated position, legs out in front of us, breathing our arms up, and then folding forward, hinging from our hips. So it's almost like you want to pull your chest towards the floor rather than your head. And just enjoy this nice stretch in the backs of your legs here. Coming back up, placing the sole of the right foot outside the left, on the inside of the left thigh, breathing your arms up and folding forward over your left leg, Again, try and keep a straight back. And coming back up, changing sides. Inside, the left sole placed on the inside of the right thigh, breathing your arms up and folding over your right leg. Coming back up again. And we're going to do one final spinal twist. So coming down on your back, pull your right knee into your chest. Right arm goes out to the side and you gently twist your right knee towards the left and your gaze is to the right. Feeling a nice stretch all the way along your spine. Back to center, pulling your left knee in and twisting the left knee over to the right. Gaze is going to the left. Back to center, and then we're just going to rock ourselves back and forth until we are ready to come into a seated position. And that's it. That is your wake up morning yoga, a very short sequence this morning, but hopefully it will help you get into the day a bit more relaxed, a bit more stretched out. And I hope you enjoyed this class. If you did, please subscribe to Yoga, You and Judy, and I hope to see you again very soon. Have a beautiful day.